My name is T.C. Carson, and I play Kratos in the game God of War. I got involved with an audition, just like anything else that I do. You go out, you audition, you get the gig or not. I got this gig. And we kind of created the character once I got the gig. No, it's not my voice. Kratos' voice is definitely a different voice. I'm a real animation person. I've been watching animation since I was a little kid, and I've always wanted to do some kind of evil character, even though Kratos is not necessarily evil, but he's got that demeanor about him, that type of voice. And so it's kind of a combination of different voices that I've heard over the years. I really didn't. I didn't expect to have this kind of hoopla over a game, period. But it's great. It's great that people are that into the game. It's great that people are enjoying the performances on the game. We were creating the character, and Kratos was really hurt in the first game. And that's what fueled everything he did was his pain. In this game, he's pissed off, and that fuels everything he's doing. So it was a different place to work from, as an actor. We usually work 4 to 6 hours, and it can be really intense at times because there's a lot of screaming, there's a lot of yelling, a lot of emotion in what he's doing. What's good about it, as an actor, very rarely do you get a chance to be that big. So I've gotten a chance to really explore that side of myself and really be as big as I possibly can with it. And you don't get that chance often. So it's been fun. People have been finding out that I'm doing this voice. And so I have friends that come up to me and go, man, my brother just found out you're doing the voice of God of War. He loves that game. He loves that game. And so I get a lot of that now. I have godsons and nephews who are avid gamers. They get the magazine and everything. And when they found out I was doing the game, now they've become celebrities at school. And, it's really cool. They really love it. What I like about it is that it's not about what you look like. It's not about hair and makeup. It's not about clothing. It's not about lighting. It's about what you sound like. And you can go into a project and not have to worry about all those other things and really concentrate on what you hear and whether or not you can convey the emotion with your voice. Because people aren't looking at your face. They're only hearing you. So it's another part of your craft to access. And so I like it because it is challenging that way.
My name is Corey Barlog, and I'm the game director for God of War 2. Well, we're here for the Sony PlayStation Store Metreon Midnight Launch Event. God, that's a mouthful. And it's like everybody gets to come out, line up, and pick up the game at midnight and kind of meet some of the people on the development team and hang out with some of the people who did some of the voiceovers. And it is freaking awesome to be done with this thing and to finally get it out there. Like, I've been waiting for a while to let people play this game and hear some responses. I got kicked out of the studio about a month ago. I wasn't allowed to come back. No more notes. I couldn't give any more notes. I couldn't ask for any more changes. So literally locked out of the studio. So now I've just been on pins and needles waiting for this thing to come out. So yeah, you're gonna get to see all the development team people. Well, not everybody, but a good cross section of people, the art director, lead programmer, and also some of the voiceover peeps. So you get to see T.C. Carson, who is Kratos. He's going to be up here, as well as Carol Rougier, who's Athena. Kind of a larger part in the second one, and if we ever do a third one, maybe she's going to be an even bigger part. Who knows? Who knows about that? So she's down here as well, and then we also got Harry Hamlin. Big coup on that one. I'm super psyched about that, because we're all big Clash of the Titan fans. Like, I saw that movie when I was a kid, really, really kind of, it inspired me, and I kind of go back to that one, reference it, just as Jason the Argonauts when we were making this game. So to be able to get him to play Perseus was awesome. It was a really big thing. A lot of people said we weren't going to be able to do it, or like, well, is anybody even going to recognize the voice? And it's like, yes, they will. If you're a fan of Clash of the Titans, come on. You're like, oh my God, I know that. So it's huge. That was really, really big for us. He's a super cool guy. He doesn't play games at all. So it's pretty funny because he has no clue what's going on in the game. He's like, I don't know anything about games, but he had great stories to tell about working on Clash. What was my biggest fear of the handoff? My biggest fear was messing it up, was screwing this game up so bad to the point where people were like, everything they said in the beginning, because when they heard that I was taking it over, they were like, who is this guy? Who is this noob? They use the Noob, noob, and they're like, David Jaffe's not working on it? This game's gonna suck, man. So I had that adversity to overcome, and you know, part of it definitely stuck inside me of, you know, if I screw this up, I'm gonna be making cell phone games or something like that. You know, I'm definitely not gonna be rocking out where I was at before. So I really did not want to mess this thing up, and believe it or not, like even all the way to the end, we were happy with what we had. We were psyched. We thought we have a great game here, but I'd be lying if I didn't say that it didn't keep me up at night thinking that I had somehow messed this up. Until we got a couple of reviews out there, I didn't sleep. I already look like crap normally, so like the whole matched luggage under the eyes, and I was like even worse. I was supposed to be on a break, but I was like, I can't sleep. I don't know how this game's gonna get received. So it didn't, thankfully, it appears that I didn't screw it up, you know? I thought your guys' review hasn't come out, or maybe has. I heard somebody on their cell phone said that they saw the review and it's live, so it's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to reading that. But anyway, the biggest thing is the fans. People who play the game, kind of hearing how they dig it, you know? Because we took a lot of advice from things that they wanted in the game, so I'm eager to see if they felt we kind of lived up to the bar that we set for ourselves in the first game. No, I'm actually going to go work on downloadable titles after this. I'm done with story-based. I'm just kidding. It does end on a cliffhanger. And that was, surprisingly enough, that was a huge fear for me as well. That I wrote the story and I kind of showed it around to some people and they were like, oh man, I don't know. Cliffhanger, that's crazy. And I was like, yeah, but I love the idea of establishing a strong antagonist and then not killing him right away. You know, like that would be great. So they're just like, all right, well, I don't know, that's pretty sketchy. So up until the end, it was still a fear for me. But as far as where does it go from here, the tagline kind of hints towards some stuff. But right now, I can say that I'm working on the story. I've pretty much been working my entire break, writing drafts, doing outlines and stuff. So, you know, if the fans are into it, if we got some sales numbers and people are digging this game, and they're like, hey, let's do a 3, I'll be ahead of the game. I already got some stuff ready, so I'll definitely be doing it. Yeah, we are excited about the fact that we're bringing this to PSP. What I can talk about, we're not going to get into too many details about it, but what I can say is that it's not a port. It's not going to be God of War 1 on the PSP. It's not going to be God of War 2 on the PSP. It's its own separate story that connects to the tapestry of all of the stories. So if we do a third one, that will kind of, to me, be the conclusion of what the story we wanted to tell. Every game that takes place will kind of tie into that story. So it's one gigantic story that links together. None of them require you to have played the others, but if you do, you kind of go, oh wow, I get that. This is connected to that. It's really very long format storytelling, so hopefully it works. I can tell you it's probably not going to be on the Wii. Oh my god, I'm going to get more death threats because of that, aren't I? Oh my god, I'm just kidding. I don't think the Wii is terrible at all. Good god. No, it would absolutely be on the PS3. With maybe a little 6-axis, maybe a little rumble as well, because rumble's pretty badass for Kratos. So, you know, who knows? We'll probably see some of that as well. But we'll just have to see. Well, I would describe the difference probably different than what it seems people are saying in the reviews. I would say it's a huge difference. It's not huge as in like generational difference where people say, look at PS2 versus PS3. But, I mean, Kratos, the model of Kratos in 1 and the model of Kratos of 2 in God of War 2 it's astounding, the quality difference. It's actually faster, it runs faster. We can get more characters on screen. All of our like new tricks, we have Bloom in this one that we didn't have in the first one. We have just a lot more art tricks that we were able to get. Bigger, more expansive levels when you're running out to the horses, you know, comparing to that shot when you ran into Pandora's Temple. Kind of similar concepts and ideas behind going to that, but it felt like we pushed it even further. So I would say we've raised the bar a lot higher than what we did in the first. Yes, the level design between God of War 1 and God of War 2 has changed. Some philosophy changes, and then others just scope changes. Like, we've integrated puzzles a little bit more into the game, into the level design, so that, you know, the puzzles aren't just like you're segmented in one room and there it is, that's the puzzle and that's it. sometimes we're really kind of filtering them out, seeing a solution to a puzzle, but you have to go through the entire level before you get to come back, and in there you're actually seeing 2 other solutions to puzzles you're going to have to catch up to. So level design has gotten much bigger as well, the scope, which I think is pretty cool, because at the beginning of the game, I was like, we should do all this crazy stuff, what about this, what about that? And everyone was looking at me like, you're crazy, man. Come on, we can't do that. And then they kind of put their heads together and they're like, oh, I think we can do this. And they start coming up with some other solutions. And, bar none, I think we have one of the best art teams in the business right now. These guys are just phenomenal. I can't wait to see what we're going to do on the PS3.
I'm Harry Hamlin, and I'm an actor, and I'm also a retailer, and I'm in the energy business, and I got 3 beautiful children, and I just don't have time to play too many games. But I love doing this one. Well, it just so happens that my next door neighbor does all the trailers for God of War, and he's a big gamer, and he's got every single game known to man, and every game box, you name it, he's got it all. So when I told him that they'd asked me to do God of War, he went, "No, God of War, you gotta be kidding me." He said it was like this crazy, incredible game, and he said I would be stupid not to do it, because he said it's a huge hit. So he showed me a little bit of the game, he showed me a little bit how it worked, and who I'd be fighting, and how, kind of what the vibe of it was. And when I saw that, I said, sure, I'd be happy to do this, and it was really fun. They approached me to recreate the character I did in Clash of the Titans. The whole thing is, it's this mythological soup in this game. They're grabbing metaphors from all different traditions, as we did with Clash of the Titans, but I think they saw some value in having Perseus, or a Perseus-like character, come back into this game, because I have all kinds of things that I can do, like I can become invisible, I've got a magic sword, I've got my special shield, I've got all kinds of gizmos. Yeah, we don't want to say how many years. Let's see, it was about 30 years ago, almost 29 years ago, that I did Clash of the Titans. And when I did Clash of the Titans, I thought it would be a success because of the cast. It had Laurence Olivier, it had Maggie Smith, it had Ursula Andress, it had, you name it, Burgess Meredith. I spent 2 months with Burgess Meredith hanging out with him. But did I think that it would have the resonance that it has had, and that it would kind of have these legs that would last for 30 years? No, I didn't think that. I thought it would be, fun to do a toga movie. It would be fun to, fight with monsters in a green screen, and that the movie might do well, which it did, but I had no idea that it was going to be, a 30-year-long process. They still show this movie on television all the time. I don't think the final game is, I don't think anybody really has it. My friend who does the trailer, I think, has a copy of the game, but I saw the trailer for the game, and the trailer was really exciting, so if the game's anything like the trailer, it's probably cool. Now, is his name, am I called Perseus in the thing? Oh, good, because there were some questions whether they could call me that because of the, anyway, yeah. All right, I'm Harry Hamlin, I'm in God of War 2. I play Perseus, I do a lot of the same stuff that Perseus did in Clash of the Titans. If you saw that, you're a fan of Clash of the Titans, you'll love this game. Anyway, this game is like, you take Clash of the Titans and you multiply it by Google, and that's what you get. You get God of War 2, so check it out.
I actually just have an announcement. Kratos will be arriving in 5 minutes. The physical embodiment of Kratos, not the voice of Kratos, because he's sitting in the front row. He's already here, okay? So 5 minutes, Kratos will be arriving. It's very, very exciting for all of us.
Down front here? Up front?
No, in the theater. On the chariot. Just kidding. He's out front, I think. Is that right?
Yep.
Why don't you just come up here and join us? All right, no, I think that's it. I think we're good. Let's first go see Kratos and then go drink. So if you're watching this right now, God of War 2 is out. You need to go out, you need to pick the game up. Unless you already have it, then you need to stop watching this and you need to go back and you need to play. And if you finish it, play it again, because there's probably more stuff that you missed. Sweet.